Yo, it's the Anything Goes podcast, man. It's your boy Sean Peoples. Hey, people, you like our vibes? You like the movement? Like, subscribe, share, comment in the comment section, man. Ring the notification bell so you can keep up with everything that we got going on, man. Jump in the community tab. Vote on all the issues and situations that you see going on up there, man. It's just a better way for us to gauge what type of content we give to you, man. So help us, help you by giving y'all better content. And I didn't say it earlier, but if you don't ring the notification bell, you won't know when we hit 5K and you'll miss out on getting some of this cash and prizes. It's all up to you. Do what you must. Yo, I'm here with my brothers, Sharp, man. I'm here with my brother, Mr. Razor. This is the state of Jamaica. This is the series within the series. You already know the series is the Anything Goes podcast, but this is the state of Jamaica, the series within the series where we talk about everything Jamaica. So my brothers, we're here talking about Jamaica. Sharp, man, what's good?
Living and loving life, bro. Happy to be here.
Definitely. Razor, I'll go on youth.
Yo, man, there, man. Everything good to go.
Proper. Yes, my brother. So, is our country in dire states that even a young youth who is less than 10 years old have no aspiration to do anything other than be a gunman? Is our country in that bad state that this young man don't see a future? You know, when you're young, nothing is real at you. So you want to be a police, you want to be a doctor, you want to be everything up on the sun. But this young man wants to be a bad man. He want to be a gunman. He want to be a top shotter so he can kill police. Now, you know, to the normal ears listening, they might laugh and cackle and say it was funny what the kids do, but I didn't see anything funny about that at all. I saw a lost child, I saw a lost journey, and I don't see any hope. I see that kid already lost hope in what the future of life in Jamaica can bring to him. And I don't know if my brothers agree with me, but this is very sad, my brothers. Very, very sad. So this is past sad. I can't even explain how sad and degrading this is. As a youth growing up in Jamaica who didn't have much, I always thought that I will eventually have much, but didn't know how I would come about having that much, you know? It wasn't a situation where I've lost hope already. It seems like this young man has already lost hope, and I don't know what we can do for the youths of Jamaica to bring back hope to them. Short man, what you feel, my brother?
Yeah, man, that one are troubling to say the least. But watch the video. And like I said, shame on the adult who recorded the video, first of all. And shame on the adult who also posted the video.
Yeah, that before we continue.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace to himself that share out that little youth around the world, making him go viral, saying that nonsense, showing the world the ignorance that's coming out of our country right now. When it's be a shame on yourself, and say, no, take it as joke and post it up on TikTok and all type of social media to get laughs and money. If you're shame on yourself, yo. Short man.
Yeah, and you know, I bring it back to parenting, you know, where the parents, you know, obviously this child is not being well taken care of in terms of not financially, but in terms of his mental and emotional health, to where he would think that something like that is something to aspire to. Like you said before, you know, most kids growing up and everybody, you know, we used to joke we want to be cowboy, Indian and all them something there, and doctor and lawyer and all that stuff, right? But
Prince, all kind of
yeah, all kind of thing, you know. So, you know, it's a shame that this child is aspiring to something that has no future, to something that's gonna lead to his demise, you know, lead to him getting killed. Because that's the only thing that comes from being a bad man. Eventually, you know, you're gonna succumb to that lifestyle. And so I just feel like it's just a sad situation. And somebody need to get a hold of that young man. And I hear somebody on one of the one of the broadcasts said, you know, they're not looking for the parents to punish anyone necessarily, but they're looking for them to be able to maybe get to that kid and help that kid. And maybe it's twofold. Maybe it's looking at the parents to see if they're fit parents, because we don't want to just blankly say they are fit or they're not fit. But if they're not fit, then they don't deserve to really have that child in their presence to further, you know, to further lead that child on the wrong road or have him learn things and not anybody to correct this kind of stuff.
But you know what? I don't even want to accuse them of that, because in our culture right now, it is so easy, right? So easy for these kids to take on this particular situation here of being gangsters, gunmen, outlaws. It's like it's an outlaw culture thing. So I don't know if the parents in general, I mean, they could be now, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's the parents, because this is so common in our culture.
Yeah, no, me get to access still. I know unnecessary parents, but that have to be taken into account as well in evaluating this entire situation. You have to look on the entire thing holistically and say, you know, is this mental needs being met? Because an emotional needs being met, because right now, watching the video, it looked like him have a mindset, and him never if I not him about it, him like him they sure about it. Because when they ask him, him say, oh, you mean? Like him not quoting, but him say like him like yeah, me that me want to basically.
The man say, you can't tell me what I want to be,
yeah,
brother.
Pretty much.
Very mature child. So
yeah, so
like, they understand what's going on, which is what makes it even sadder, is that he has reached a point where he realized that there's no hope.
But and if you don't change the circumstances or the environment, that mindset is gonna become even more. It's gonna be even more melded into his mental, right? It's gonna be even branded into his mental more as he gets older. If we don't change that mindset right now, as he gets older, it's just gonna be embedded into him more, and even get worse, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, so it go. Razor, what's your thought on this thing with this young man, yo?
It's just man, I don't even know where to start, but it's just a sad situation. You know, just to give you a background, me growing up as a child, you know, I remember being in Jamaica, you know, I used to see planes fly all the time above me. And I wanted to be a pilot, you know, I wanted to be that. I didn't grow up to be a pilot, but, you know, I worked around aircraft, mechanical stuff. Yeah, you know, so, so, you know, so go. But, you know, to see this child don't even have the guidance that he deserves is just a sad thing, because this kid should be thinking about one of those things. How I'm going to be a pilot, a policeman, a firefighter, you know, a mechanic, something.
Something where we always
yeah. So you know, it's just a sad situation, and I want to say this kid needs counseling, and you know, like you said, they made this TikTok, which is just horrible. And there's people around the world that's making, you know, the sad thing, there's people around the world that's making a lot of money off this video right now, that's going around, because they're getting millions of views, yeah, because of what's going around now. How much of this funding is going to go back and try to help and save this kid? You understand? None of it is going to go back and try to save this guy. That's the sad part about it. You know, I hope this kid gets some help that he deserves. Somebody reach out to him, you know, try to funnel some money into maybe his parents, maybe they, you know, something to try to give them a better life, try to point them in a different direction. Let that kid know there's other ways of there's other things to do in life other than to be a gunman, you know. So it's just so many different routes and so many different takes from it, you know. It's just hard to wrap my head around it. So it's hard to even try to get out the point of view of just one thing. It's just so many. It's so many, and it's just a sad situation to see. It's beyond horrible. It's crazy. Yeah.
I would like to, I would definitely like this kid to get some counseling. I would like to even meet him, bring some toys and stuff for him to put him back in that space of being a child. I think that what's happening nowadays, and our kids are growing up too fast. They're being forced to become adults when they're still children, and that leads them to put them in a situation where now they're done gunman when they're 14, 15. Them start be mothers and fathers when they're 14, 15, sometimes even younger than that. So I would like to say, if somebody could see this child and give him some toys and give him some, just put him in a space of being a child. You know, and understand what I say? Put him back in that space of being
No, definitely. And like you said, like you said, I know if people reach out to us and we could help, if you send a little thing, I help something, you understand, to because because you only could look at it like, man, what if this was my kid, I try to insert myself into this position when I see a kid like that, and I look at it as one of my own kid. You understand what I mean? So because they do deserve that help, and I hope the community, I hope the government, I hope they're listening to these type of things. You understand? It should, like you said, it should have never gotten out, but now that it's out, we know the kind of stage that the country is in as a whole. And like we said, the state of Jamaica is horrible. You understand? And it needs a change.
Yeah. Now we have to go to this anti-gang bill that's being passed here. They say it's not too far away from being passed. It's very close to becoming law. Now, why is it so long that Jamaica have a proper anti-gang law bill to incarcerate some of these criminals? This anti-gang act should have already been passed years and years ago with strict restriction on it for a lot of these guys who are running these big gangs in Jamaica. And that just lead to back to our next thing when we said Jamaica judicial system is a joke. Because, I mean, why is it now in 2021 deciding to pass a anti-gang bill will make some type of sense? Shouldn't this have been done years ago, Shortman?
Well, the short answer is yes. The more longer discussion is, do they have the appetite to do this kind of work? Because it's not simple. You can't just have the regular constable force do the work. You have to have a dedicated task force, I think, where you talk about in terms of the officers that have to do the surveillance on them thing, that they must have the equipment to do the surveillance. They have to have the prosecutors to support those officers and the judges that's dedicated to that. You can't just go out and say, we do a crime bill and everything is going to be great. You have to have the resources behind it to make that a reality and to make that work. And then going back to the Jamaican or the system is as far as enforcing things, some money run down the so if the criminal them have enough reach into the judicial system, into the criminal justice system, then that's also an impediment to getting stuff done, because if they can pay somebody off, then where are we left? What are we left with at that point, right? So again, it can be done. It should have been passed a long time ago, but the will needs to be there to get it done, and it's going to require a full effort of the justice system to make that happen.
Mr. Reza.
Yeah,
the situation how it's taking place. So how you feel about this anti-gang bill? Do you feel like it's something that should have been in effect years ago? Or, sometimes it take a while for things to actually happen, and they were maybe working on it for the last 20 years, and it's just become perfect enough for them to put out? I don't know. I'm just giving them the benefit of, man, get out of here.
Well, they should have been past this bill, man. It just shows you the state of Jamaica is very behind. everywhere else. You understand? There's too many bills. There's too many examples of other countries and different places that you could piggyback from and get to a point where you want to implement in your country. You understand? So it's too many instances where they catch these gang members and they take him to jail, and then they're right back out in the street the next day. There's really no consequences for them being in a gang, and that has to stop, but like Sharpman was saying, you have to have the resources, you understand? And I hope that what they're putting out, when they're putting out this bill, or when they do pass it, that they do have the resource. They do have a plan that when they implement it, that it's going to work effectively. You understand? But it should have been passed. It's past due, and it's like, what the hell, Jamaica? What the hell? And that's just what I got to say.
Good luck with that plan. But when I think about this whole thing, right? We have known that gangs in Jamaica have been connected with political parties before we were born. It's just that's how our country have been set up and run. So maybe some of this whole situation was not taken into hand earlier, because you have a man over here, so we protect a man down here, and a man over there, so we protect a man over there. And the other day when I'm bridging them, who was an ex-police officer from Jamaica, him called me and him said to me, say, yo, him like what I do. But him say him have a message from one of him all police friend them at Jamaica. Say, yo, we too rough on them. And we are going like say crime not happen in America. And we are going like say, man no kill man in America, and America no kill whole heap more man than Jamaica. Because America is like 1,000,000 times bigger than Jamaica. But per capita, Jamaica is in horrible conditions, my brother. And for you to be a police officer and not understand that, that is why we are in the situation we're in.
Yeah. So with that, right? Me here, the Prime Minister said the other day, or not the other day, a while back, but I'm talk about said there can be enforcement without violence. For that to happen in Jamaica, they need more training, because the only thing them know upon the police side to get things under control is violence. Violence to meet violence. Enforcement probably mean coming in, controlling things and performing certain actions to quell things. But down there, I think more down there is more time them deal with violence more than not. So for them to enforce this crime bill and everything else, they might have to learn more. I don't even want to know if a de-escalation technique, or I don't have to learn some more other technique to get things under control, rather than just straight up violence. You understand what I say? He might say it can't happen without violence, but may know if him say what going down there, for him just say that so.
I don't think he know how gangs operate for him to say that. And I think it is very possible that some situations can be easily quelled without violence. But for overall, why you make a gang task force, a gang unit, and a gang bill is because the gang is very violent. And you need to put special people who are trained properly to be equipped to manage these guys, to manage the gangs, to be able to infiltrate it, to be able to pay attention to what their next move do so they can stop it, for them to be able to pick out who the leaders are and break the gang down. I said this remember Reza, I said this in the beginning of the Anything Goes podcast in about February, March, when we was doing what can the government do to make Jamaica better. And I said that implementing gang laws, like how California have gang laws, New York have gang laws, like over Chicago we have certain gang laws where if you're in a gang, you go to jail. If you represent the gang, you go to jail. You get a sentence for being a part of that whole situation. And I've been saying this for a long time, and I guess now they're, taking a little bit of note. Like I said, maybe these guys were putting this together 20 years ago, and it just, them just finish everything up, and it's a perfect bill now. But I would say our prime minister, I've been rough, very hard on the prime minister. But the more him talk, the more I realize that him don't know him at all. And him have people around him to give him advice, and he's not using it. Mr. Prime Minister, use the people them around you who can give you better talking points and give you advice about not making a fool of yourself. Because every time you go out there, you talk and you see some nonsense that makes clips for the news and make people think that you're an utter idiot when you talk. Because I don't know where you talk about more time, brother. So I better just keep your mouth closed. But if you don't know what I go on, just make the people them where answer to you. Just make them run the country. Because it seems like you don't know where in the hell you go on. Brothers, our next topic here, the young man who's a teacher in Jamaica, who is doing this extra lessons and stuff. I would love to meet that young man. I would love to get a connection, get somebody to send us a link to him so we could do something special for this young man. This young man have been tutoring kids during the pandemic, helping them really well. And I feel like whenever we have a situation like this, we should nurture this situation because this young man seems like he's on the verge to do some great things. And instead of break his whole spirits like all the little young youth already want to be a gunman, this young man seems like he has aspiration to help the country, to help other people, to help the community. And we need people like that to feel, we want to reward people like that. Like when an athlete run and him go doing good at champs and then big him up and talk about him, I got to big up this little youth and talk about him to just like that because what he's doing has surpassed anything to me of what an athlete can do or what or anything like that. So, Chapman, what do you think about this young man? I really rate that brother.
Yes, it's good to talk about something that's positive, man. I mean, this is most awesome. The youth, under 14 years old, is just like a breath of fresh air. It's the antithesis, if the exact opposite of the other story that we're just talking about, the exact opposite, and that's what we want more of. This, I mean, how great is that for a 14-year-old to take it upon himself? When more time, it's a 14-year-old, them out to play with them friend them, I do whatever, I hang out to say, let me teach, let me tutor somebody else, let me teach some younger kids. I mean, I can't use the word awesome enough because it's just the best thing and give you a good feeling to see what can be possible on our little island, what is possible. We have people like him down there. We have more people like him down there, but I might get the shine right now. We love it, right? And like I said, we would love to just get in touch with him to see if we can help out in any way possible. This is a beautiful story, man. We want more of this to celebrate. I love it.
Yeah, I really think that this young man, spirits and gifts and things that he uses should be nurtured. I know that Digicel gave him some gifts, and we here at the Anything Goes podcast is offering that if we can, we know Jamaica run already, so they can't scam we. So we know how everything run, and we know how we like to get in touch with his family. We know how his pictures look. We can talk to him on video, on video to encourage him, to tell him to keep up the good work and to hear from the Anything Goes podcast, show him our appreciation from just what he has done. We'd really appreciate if someone who was watching in Jamaica or anyone who knows how to get in touch with that young man and have his family reach out to us. Our email address is there. All our social media contact is there so they can send us a message and we can reach out to them. Reza, what you think? Does this encourage you that the state of Jamaica isn't as bad as we're saying it is, and we're the problem and not the stuff that's going on in Jamaica? You know that they like to tell us how we are the problem because we are loud up the thing. We don't have to talk about it.
Well, the state of Jamaica is very bad, but this is a breath of fresh air that you see something like this going on. You understand? and to see this young man that take it upon himself to go and tutor other kids is just amazing to me. You understand? I wish my son was someone that other than want to play video game to go and say, let me go and tutor
Teach
people.
something, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't put that on your son. Don't put that on your son.
No. But it's just to say he's above and beyond.
Proud of him.
Yeah, he's above and beyond, because not an average kid is thinking like that, and that's what I'm saying.
Girls and ties, them things.
Yeah. They think of not an average kid. They're thinking of playing video games and they're playing this and doing that. But they once they get done with their schoolwork, they want, it's fun time. But for him to say he wants to take his free time and go and tutor other kids is just amazing. I think we should even take it a step further. This kid he might need his own office where he set up time so people to come and help him and do something. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to support this kind of action. You understand? And when we see something like this, we as a community, you understand, the Jamaican community, around the world community, have to support this type of behavior.
Yeah. Right now, the community needs to rally around this kid. They need to rally around him. Everybody should be supporting his efforts. They should be bringing any kid that needs tutoring to his location. That's if they're local and close to him, to come around there and join the program. They should have other adults come around to help him and assist him and make sure this is successful and it continues.
And even other kids that's into, because now you look at this now, right? He's doing that. Now you think that this young man is not influencing other kids to do something. You understand? So
no doubt.
He's seeing that, the other kids are seeing that, and don't get me wrong, there's plenty of other kids that's doing it. But like you said, he's the one that's getting the shine, and well-deserved shine. But like you say, if we support this kind of behavior, get a community center, something, build
we want this to go viral. This kind of stuff we want to go viral. This is what we want to go viral. This kind of behavior. This kind of positive thing we want to see go viral. Exactly. And please,
not the behavior as the young child wants to be a gunman. We don't want to send that all over the place. But me have an American friend, them a link me and send me it in a video talk about, hey, this kid from Jamaica, right? Yeah, just be a shame on yourself. But this kid is an amazing young man. Be not telling a lie. I like how him put himself he's what our young youth should aspire to be. Them not have to be teachers. Them not have to tutor people, but for be something positive. They should aspire to be something positive. Aspire to want to help their community grow and get bigger. That is what we like to do. So that's why we here at the Anything Goes podcast would love to have a contact with this young man. And hopefully
and comment to his parents. Comment to his parents too, because I know they're allowing him to do that and pushing him in the right direction, or is supporting cast around him. You got to commend them for doing it, and we just want to see more of that.
Yeah, man. It must have a solid foundation. You don't get to be this positive and do this kind of thing without support. Not at all without support. Yes.
He's always wanted to do this and always want to help out and do the teaching thing. I would definitely like to get in contact with him so we can give him some flowers while he's around and while he's still at a young 14 age. A feeling, you know how much future him probably I see. He's probably seeing the future as bright as it has ever been.
Imagine that.
We want for our youths in Jamaica. That's what we want for our youths anywhere all over the world, to wake up and say, see the future and it bright. We can conquer the world. And that's what we want to see. Man, we really, 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 really admire that young youth. I wish that I had half the potential that young youth is showing right now. And I would hope that a lot of other kids will see this. And like I said, they don't have to be a teacher. Them can learn, them can teach other youths any other thing. You can teach them cricket, teach them how to run, teach them how to play basketball, netball. It's so many things there you can teach. You don't have to do exactly what you do. You know, you can maybe walk around the community with a couple of the kids and pick up trash and help them to learn certain things about the country. It's just, but like this. We decided to put this as something positive in there because this is a state of Jamaica. And this youth state of mind is seeing that the future is bright for him. Now, let's just hope that it stays that way because we all know that, you know, we're from a place where the future can go from being bright to very dark. The snap of our fingers.
Really quick.
And that's why he needs that support because you know, with like you said, without the support, it can change. But once you get the support to keep going forward, you know, he's going to do great things in life and very optimistic. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Blessings to the youth, man. Blessings go to him. Yeah, man. Blessings.
You are what we all should imagine to be in life. Help one. But them say each one teach one. Should have
each
other. Yo, Anything Goes podcast. This is the state of Jamaica, the series within the series. I don't know, I already said the series is Anything Goes podcast because of that we do here. We talk about anything, but state of Jamaica is our country and what's going on down there. And the state of Jamaica is where we talk about just all things Jamaica, Jamaica topic, whether it's good or bad. But usually it's mostly bad. But, you know, this last subject here was great. And I hope that we can actually get to reach out to this young man and we could actually help him, his family, to surround him with more, I would say, my brother, surround him with more love, surround him with more, with more things that will make him feel like this is the right thing for him to do. So he will keep striving for greatness. And we're Jamaicans, so we are some of the greatest. Look what we accomplished around the world. Look about with Talawa. I mean, you know, we have the potential to be great. We just have to use it. So big up that youth, there, my brothers. We give him a salute. Big salute to that youth. As youth, you show us something where the world should easily see. This is what one of my American friends them should have called me and asked me about instead of the foolishness they want to share around on social media all over the world. Yeah, man. Like, subscribe, share, comment in the comment section, man. Ring the notification bell so you can keep up with everything that we got going on, man. Sure. Jump in the community tab. Vote all the issues, all the situations that you see going on up there, man. Just a way for us to give you better content. And do not forget that we still on the road to 5K. When we get there, I don't have Sharpman and Mr. Razor money. And I don't know that guy already. Them money have a money tree in them pocket and we are going to done it. When they talk about hurricane season, them money a pocket the hurricane season. Yo, my brothers, I enjoy these topics today, man. You know, I feel like sometimes I always say this, I feel like we're throwing rocks into the ocean, but if we can only help one person to realize that a change can happen, then I feel like we did our job. People, respect, love, honor, and appreciation for everything y'all do for us thus far. We love the views then, man. We're out of here.